baking video.
Alright, so welcome back, friends. We are going to make some banana cake. Nathaniel has decided it's a banana cake day, so we've got all our ingredients out. We love this recipe.
Yep.
It's super easy. It is a Trim Healthy Mama E recipe, but we do it with no special ingredients, and we use maple syrup, but you can use sweetener. It can be gluten-free if you use gluten-free oats. It can be sugar-free if you use a sweetener of your choice. So here we go. Oh, and it can also be dairy-free. Nathaniel doesn't do dairy, so the original recipe calls for yogurt, but we use unsweetened applesauce instead, and it turns out great, and then it is dairy-free, gluten-free, and sugar-free. So,
Yep.
ready to go?
Yeah.
All right.
And folks, I actually have bug bites on me.
We have a lot of bug bites. We went on a big hike
Yes.
on Monday. Yeah. And the mosquitoes were awful. It's our first ingredient we're going to use. Bananas. This recipe calls for 2 large bananas. These are kind of medium sized, so I think maybe we'll use 3, okay? We don't want to have not enough. 3 small-ish to medium-sized bananas. Can you start with mashing the bananas, please?
Message on.
So our recipe calls for old-fashioned large flake oats. We just get these no-name ones, but I know that you can get some gluten-free ones if you need to or want to. And what we do is we make the oats into an oat flour, or the main flour that holds it together, and then we have some oats that are kept as oats as well. So I'm just going to put them in my blender here and blend it into a flour, and then we can add it into our bananas. Awesome. Okay, another reason we like this recipe is it tastes delicious, but it can work for most people that have any types of allergies or sensitivities because it has so few things in it, or avoids a lot of, yeah. Sure, bud. And also, it uses just 1 bowl, so aside from our blender, everything just gets dumped into 1 bowl.
Oh, look what you got done.
That's pretty cool, eh? I'm just gonna bang that on there.
Just dump that in there.
And dump that in there. Awesome.
Ah,
You
it smells
know-
so good.
Okay, so we've got our mashed bananas and our oat flour. I'm just going to add the other ingredients. As I said before, applesauce is a good dairy-free option to substitute for yogurt or things like that, and these little personal size snack packs are 1/3 of a cup, so I just need 3 of those for this recipe. I'm actually just going to use my applesauce cup for measuring, and then I don't have to get that dirty either, for my egg whites. Now it says in the recipes to lightly beat them, but I've just put it in and it works out, so that sounds even easier to me.
It sounds even funnier to me.
It sounds what?
Funnier to me.
Sounds funny to you. Oh my goodness.
And at the end, Nathaniel will do a funny.
And then we use maple syrup or honey or any sweetener of your choice. I'm sure there's a recipe online, so I'll try and find a link to a recipe online and put it in the description box below. Just a touch of salt, baking powder, baking soda, vanilla. Mix it all up and put it in your pan, ready to go. Everything's just dumped into the bowl. I'm just gonna mix it up. put it in my pan. This pan's actually a little small, so we'll do this and then a few mini muffin tins too, and that would be great. And that's it. So into a greased pan or muffin cup, just divide your batter and bake accordingly. So the main recipe that we have is for a 9 by 13 pan, so the timing I'm gonna have to adjust because I'm not using that. Just keep an eye on it. And that's it, quick and easy. I'm just gonna tidy everything up, and I have my like 3 little dishes, 1 bowl and a mixing spoon to clean up while we wait for that to bake. It's been 17 minutes, so I'm gonna check on my mini muffins. Oh, they look ready.
And
The big one, we're gonna give it a little bit more time. Maybe 10 more minutes.
these ones.
Is it thick? They smell good? Oh, they do. So with silicone, we have to take our muffins out right away, right? So that they don't get soggy. That was about 33 minutes for my pan here, and it looks great. I'm just gonna let that cool in the pan and it'll be ready to eat. And then our little muffins were about 17 minutes for those guys. So that's all. Hope you enjoy our gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free, delicious banana cake. See you next time. Do you want to taste one of these ones then? That's yummy. Then you want to taste one? This is really good. And these have maple flavor as well because we use maple syrup. And I use a dark maple syrup. So super yummy. Hope you enjoy. How is it?
Good.
Good.